This is the Night Wolf howling at you, and today we're going to take a look at the Masters of the WW Universe Rattlesnake Mountain Ring, Stone Cold's Stomping Grounds. Obviously, this one is based on Snake Mountain from Masters of the Universe, and to a certain extent, the pathway up to it that they show on the artwork there kind of looks like the jaw or the inside mouth of the snake. Now that I think about it, why do all the snakes have so many teeth? Snakes generally just have a set of fangs, and not like all the other ones. Huh. Anyway, this set comes with Stone Cold Steve Austin, the unpredictable bionic redneck, and Hulk Hogan, the immortal herald of Hulkamania. Unfortunately, it probably does not come with a comic book, so all that information that I usually do isn't going to be there. Well, let's go ahead and open this up. I think we will try to get the figures out first. That honestly went smoother than I thought it would. So let's just go ahead and take a look at our figures. We'll start with Hulk Hogan first. And he actually has new armor compared to everybody else. This is kind of bizarre, actually. This definitely looks like He-Man armor. Probably from Classics, but it's got all these in here. You know, all these little scar marks in here. So I am not sure what armor this is, but this is definitely the He-Man symbol on his front. And I hadn't really thought about that when I picked this up. I had kind of assumed it was the same battle armor that came with like Piper and Macho Man, but it's not. But I'm not. I don't think it's. I don't think it's Classics either because of this, unless they added that to the mold. I am going to have to look through my Classics figures and just try to see if I can find a match for this. But he comes with He-Man's battle axe from Origins, armor that looks like it is. Oh, I bet you this is. I wonder if this is supposed to be the Flying Fist He-Man armor. That might be what it is. I'll have that's the one I'll have to look at. Anyway, he comes with the Origins axe. He's got wristbands painted on his wrists. His little what's supposed to be his bandana is actually a helmet with little spikes on it, and the He-Man symbol again. The head sculpt here on Hogan looks pretty good. Paint's actually pretty decent, although it does look like it is off just a little bit, as the line over here is thinner than over there. So either this slid over to the right a little bit when they were painting it or adding the deco, or we just lost a little bit on the side. And he's got the full frontal hair receding male pattern baldness going on. Articulation wise, his head spins all the way around. We can look down and we can look up. We can look over to the side. Arm still goes up. It goes down. It spins around. We've got the single joint in the elbow. And it can spin because it is a peg on there. Spin at the waist. Figure can kick up yay far. And kick back about yay far, which isn't much as per normal with these figures. He's got knee pads here, so that slightly hinders the knee joint a little bit, making it even less than the normal, less than 90 degrees, but it's not too bad. We got a boot cut so we can spin it around. We've got the foot hinge, and that also can spin on the peg that holds it in place. And he is also wearing the standard WWE footwear, only his are yellow and with white highlights on it. Let's see about getting his armor off. And that's the same kind of joint used on classics. You know, after Andre the Giant, I'm kind of surprised they didn't paint a tank top on him. But then again, Hulk Hogan was known for ripping his tank tops off, right? So that's why we have all these slices back there, I think, is because that weakened the material and made it easier for him to tear it off. But yeah, looking at this, I am thinking that this belongs to Flying Fist He-Man, and if I'm correct, I will put the information up here, and if I am wrong, I will still put the information up here. But yeah, I'm a little disappointed, though, that this is not actually the same kind of battle armor that Piper had. I think that would have been a much better choice. And you could have actually put, you know, Hulk Hogan's Hulkamania on the front of it instead. I am surprised that they actually put the paint over this. Well, I guess I'm not too surprised that they did, but you can see that the armor itself is actually a little too big for him. So it sits kind of funny, which again, I think would have made it a better deal for them to have used the same armor that they used on Piper. And trying to get that peg back in place is not easy. And of course, as mentioned before, the axe is just the Origins He-Man axe, which has kind of always been a disappointment for me because it's not as detailed as the vintage axe. But maybe they did that so people didn't swap out the axes. But that's the Hulkster right there for you. Now, of course, we have Steve Austin. It appears that he is sporting the same head sculpt he had for the trap jaw version of him, the robotic rattlesnake. Cyborg rattlesnake. And his eyes appear to be red once more. The beard, once again, kind of fading on the sides. Looks like once more. I think it looks like a lot of the heads kind of miss that deco by just a little bit. You know what I mean? Because it's always off to the right on the facial hair. Oh, he comes with a vest. You know, I am stupid. I should have brought the earlier Steve Austin because I'm thinking, is this the same vest he came with that one? Did he come with a vest with that one? Oh man, I feel stupid. Because I remember he had on his vest, or what, he had something on there that had the Austin, and then had the, the Psalm number or whatever. But yeah, we got back to the rattlesnake here. Much like Hulk Hogan, his head's on a ball joint and can spin around. Look up, look down, be kind of emo. The shoulder spins all the way around. It does get jammed up a little bit in the vest with the vest in place. Not horribly. We, of course, can hinge the elbow up to it's like a little less than 90 degrees as per normal. We can also spin it because it does have that peg there. Probably not the best way to position that when I was doing that. Wrist has a spin and the in and out articulation like pretty much all of the Origin style figures. His diaper has kind of a rattlesnake or a snake skin look to it, kind of. And just kind of seems like it's designed to bring attention to his crotch. We can spin around. No pattern on his butt, which is really disappointing if they're going to put one on the front. He can kick up yay far. He can kick back yay far. Bend at the knee. His knees seem to be really stiff, and I'm getting more of a hindrance on his knee pad than I did on Hogan's. He does have the same shoes as Hogan, only they're not painted at all, and you can spin them all around for the boot cut. Hinge them up and down at the ankle and spin around at the ankle. I think they missed an opportunity by not painting the laces and the soles red. But he also comes with these little snake hand thingies. And, you saw me open this up. And although I know there'll probably be like jump cuts here and there in this video, there is already wear on the snake, probably from when they put it together. But the jaw does open and close. And it would appear that they are identical to each other, so it doesn't matter which arm they go on. Do they have identical, nope, just the one side has the little plastic wear on it. So we kind of has that little slot in there for to hold onto his wrist like that. So now he's got snake hands. Hiss, hiss. I mean, anyway. But that's our two figures for the set. Now let's take a look at the ring. Apparently everything for the rattlesnake ring was right there in the ring. Hey, look, instructions. I wonder if I will ignore them. Okay, so this is disappointing. Like, they could have done a better job of keeping that flat. I mean, come on, man. You could have put it on a bag here. Just, like, tape the bag to this cardboard. But that, of course, goes in the middle of the ring, and we will go ahead and attempt to do that now. And hopefully I don't screw it up like I did the Grayskull ring, because this is a lot harder to get than another Grayskull ring if I so choose. Dun, 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 dun. Shit. Wow. F me sideways. And there we've got it screwed up again. I'm blaming the wrinkled parts for that. Because it was just so poorly in that package, it was hard to get it to line up. But there we go. So instead of a set of steps, we just get a bridge to climb up there. Which is, at least it's unique, and it's got little pegs for the feet. But let's be perfectly honest here. That looks kind of dumb. I mean, that would look a little bit more normal, but not a fan of the way they set up the way to get on there. Ooh, the uh, the bars on this one, the lava bar. Oh shit! I didn't read the back of the box, did I? Real quick. Scale to the top of Rattlesnake Mountain, step through the lava ropes, and stomp a mud hole in any WWE Eternia superstar who think they've got what it takes. You better have 24-inch pythons, brother, because only the strong survive. The lava bars on this one are actually a plastic or rubber, wherein the laser bars for the Grayskull Arena were elastic. Just to note, unlike the Grayskull Arena, these ones have peg holes on them as well. Or pegs, not peg holes. So that if you want to do the posing to have it look like he is getting ready to fall flat on his face, though, standing on top of the ring uh, pylons, I guess in this case it would be ring pythons, you can do that. And that was missing from the Grayskull Arena. No, balls. I find myself suddenly craving licorice ropes. Anyway, the snakes do not actually move. I thought for sure that they were going to be a part that could move around. So they all kind of sit looking into the arena the same. Probably should have considered. I showed you guys the little top part. But the snake head itself doesn't look too bad. And I bet you somebody's going to get motion sick from this. Here we got like the teeth inside. The base itself is obviously just the same as the Grayskull Arena, just in purple. The pylons themselves are the same, only again, the top here is a separate piece, just like on the Grayskull one, and just like on the Grayskull one, it doesn't move. Looking at this, though, it really is too bad that they did not put the pegs on top of these, because that would have been much cooler. So anyway. Did I spend too much money on this set? Probably. Did I get the best deal I was probably going to get? Yeah, I would say so. I, aside from seeing this one used without even all the parts for, I think around 175 plus shipping, most of them go at like 225 to 250 plus shipping. So I am definitely happy I got this for just the straight 200 at the toy show. I'm trying to think if I even saw. I think I saw it in stores once. I don't remember for sure. But I know the Grayskull Arena had been only about $40 in the store. And then the one that I bought, I got on clearance at the from Mattel for like I think less than 20. But they never had the Snake Arena. I guess they overproduced the Grayskull one, so they underproduced the Snake one. But hey, I think it is time for us to have a nice battle. I am not putting Hulk Hogan's head thing on because I do not want to lose him. Lose it. And let's see how the rubber bands work for our wrestling pleasure. I think it's safe to say Hulk wins. And he's grabbing his axe. Guess he's going to cut off part of Steve there. Or Sean. Or, oh my god. So let's go again. Really? I will say the rubber the rubber bands on this one do not give as much stretch as the elastic ones on the Grayskull Arena. So Steve kind of cheated that time by putting his head back behind the band and not falling, but he's a villain and he's in the villain one, so I think we will deal with that. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. For completing my set, this was worse. This was worse than anything I've done before. For completing my collection of the WWE Eternia ones, I will say that it was worth the money, more or less. But if you were just randomly buying it, I don't think I would buy it for that price. And unless you really want the full thing complete, go ahead and get it for like cheap if you can. In all truth, I think the figures are on their own are selling for like $100 on eBay, and then the ring itself is only selling for like 50. So if you really like the ring might be the way to go. If you like the figures, though, if you want both the figures, you might as well just get the whole thing for like the $250. Anyway, please feel free to like, comment, and if you want to, throw in a subscribe. I think I'm at around 220-ish subscribers right now, which honestly is more than I thought I would have had. So, thank you everyone who has subscribed, and thank you if you've made it this far. I will be doing some slow-mo here in just a moment. Peace and love.